Okay, so we'll give this another shot. Um, I'm having a bad night with putting my thoughts out. I got a couple things to talk about. TLA had a big thing about it today. My resident advisor that I'm trying to do, AOB, Australian Navy came in today, and a few other things. So I'll start with a couple small things. So the Australian Navy came in today, and then did a little meet and greet for them. So I showed up and it's pretty cool. I traded one of my Louisiana coins with the guy. Said he was a petty officer engineering, so I'm not really sure what that equates to. Probably just an A ganger, I'm guessing. So it's the HMAS. Well, I'm going to butcher that name. So yeah, so I'm not even going to try. SSG 76. So I traded with him, and then he gave me a set of Australian dolphins, which is kind of cool. We'll go with, I have a South Korean set of dolphins, so it'll go with that. Today I got a coin holder. I put all my coins up at work, so it's good to add to the collection. And they were pretty cool guys. Sat there and talked to them for a while. Just good down to earth guys in the Australian Navy. So couldn't pass up the opportunity to have a beer with those guys. Okay, so the big thing that I wanted to talk about today, and the big thing, big reason why, is if you don't do this properly, you really screw you in the end. So of course, I'm out here unaccompanied, so I am entitled to what's called TLA, and basically it's just a reimbursement for whatever hotel you're staying in. And the yeoman tell me that I'm also entitled to some food allowances as well. So anyways, every 10 days you get this sheet from the lodge or from whatever hotel you're staying in. If you're staying in a hotel that's not the lodge, you need to also get a statement saying that the lodge is full and there's nothing available. I'm in the lodge, so they gave me a printout that said, boom, 10 days, this is how much they charge. They charge my credit card. They give me this receipt, and then I take it and I went to the housing office. Housing office says, have you done your housing brief? I am trying to be a resident advisor, so I thought I didn't have to do a housing brief. So I told the lady, I'm like, I didn't realize I had to because I'm trying to become a resident advisor. And so she said, well, you still have to do it. So she scheduled me for it, and I did that this morning. I sat through it, complete waste of time. They didn't talk about anything that I actually needed to know. It was all about how you get a place out on town, which would be useful to me if I was trying to live out in town, but I'm not. I'm trying to be a resident advisor. So I got like no information from them. So why I had to go to that brief, I don't know. It's kind of, I guess, just the check in the box, which you get that a lot in the military. You just do those check in the boxes. So I did the brief. I learned about how to get a house in town if I want to, but I don't want to. I want to be a resident advisor. I feel for my situation, with my wife and kids back home, it'll be better for me and for them to not have to worry about all those bills that I could accumulate from them. So I'm just going to do an RA, right? So I go through and I did the brief, right? And then they stamp my orders, not my orders. They stamp my sheet that that Navy Lodge gave me. Okay, so when you go, and I don't know if it's the same in like the other places, but when you're in Japan, you have to bring a copy of your stamped orders, and you have to bring a copy of your page 2, and then they put you into their system, and then how it's supposed to work with your TLA is you're supposed to go looking for houses or looking for apartments, places to live, right? In my situation, what they told me is that since I'm trying to be an RA, I have training that I have to do. The form that they gave me, I have to do training with the local SARC, sexual assault awareness training, I guess. And then I have to do training through the chaplain for suicidal awareness. And then Unaccompanied Housing has several other training that they give me after I get those other two. And then I hand them the form. I also have to give them a special request sheet, which I routed that through my chain of command, like for basically the first day I got here. So honestly, I'm just waiting on this SARC and this sexual assault training, which they don't do all the time. I just got lucky. They're doing a special convening actually tomorrow for the SARC. The next time they're going to do it is in mid-October, which is a month from now, and I can't just stay here in the lodge. It's not cost effective, and eventually I'm going to run out of days that I'm allowed to take, which out here I think it's 60 days for active duty military, and then I think they said 90 days for civilian. Double check, you know, don't take my word for it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. So anyways, I'm just waiting on those two trainings, and then it'll get submitted and it should go through. I've already talked to some people over there on company houses, smoothed it out, so I'm not too worried about being told no, which is good. I think that they honestly they need somebody in my situation right now, because I'm not going to go out to sea. If I do, it's just, you know, for a couple of days here and there. So I'm not going out to sea. I'm always going to be available to do all the stuff that the RAs are responsible for doing, which honestly I'm not 100% sure yet, all of my responsibilities, you know, but I can just imagine that, you know, I'm like a representative for the junior enlisted there, so those sort of things. So I was supposed to do AOB this week, which is area orientation brief. That didn't happen because it conflicted with these trainings, so I had that rescheduled, so I'm good to go with that. Let's see. So that's like the big thing about the TLA, and I just wanted to talk about that. So if you know, there's not a whole lot out there that really explains the process. Like, I had an idea of how it was supposed to work, and even now it's still like I didn't really understand everything that I had to do until I went in today and they told me, oh, you got to do this, this, and this. You know, I don't want to talk bad about them, but I'm gonna have to talk to them about it tomorrow. But the yeoman over there at Group 7, I don't know if they completely understand how TLA is supposed to work. Which I feel like with it, that this is something that happens frequently, but yeah, my case though, infrequent. So that's probably where all the mix-up is. It's not that big a deal, you know, as long as I get reimbursed, and then everything kind of like lined up. So let's see. So apparently Max, he's in kindergarten right now. He is going to school. One of the girls in his class, his father played drums for Tumble Down in the MXPX All-Stars. And so the reason we found this out is Max was wearing a red shirt. I think it was Friday, it may have been Thursday, but the day, it was a red day. So he's wearing his red MXPX shirt, and the guy walks up to Max and Amanda and comments on it and says, oh yeah, I used to play drums for Tumble Down and MXPX with them. And so that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not like surprising, I guess. I don't really know what word I'm searching for, because we're in the Kitsap area and they're from there, you know. But it's kind of cool that something like that's happening. But speaking of MXPX, so last year they had an album come out, brand new one. It's not really brand new anymore, but it's It's really good. It's got a lot of good new songs on there. One of them is called Friday Tonight, and after they released all those that album, they did videos for all of the songs. One of the videos that they did for Friday Tonight, they did it in downtown Bremerton at the arcade there, and we've been to that arcade a few times, and the kids love that video because they recognize all the stuff that's in the video, and they think that song's hilarious, or they're always yelling out in the goddamn refrigerator, which I think is hilarious. So anyways, Max's birthday is coming up. It's in October. It's gonna be on a Friday, so he wants to have his birthday at that arcade. So I don't know if they're gonna have a party and invite kids to go there. I think probably that's what it's gonna be. But I think that's kind of cool that, and I wish I could be there, but I'm not gonna be there because, well, you know. But if they don't have a refrigerator, they're gonna need to have a refrigerator so we can go up there and be like, I'm in the goddamn refrigerator on Friday. Let's see what else. Oh, one more thing before I end this. So Mike Herrera does a podcast, and he just did one with David Caminera, who is the guitar player and singer for a band called Heart Like War. They're pretty good too. If you like pop punk, you should check them out. They're good. But anyways, he's also a licensed psychiatrist, therapist. I forget exactly what he said he was, but he deals with mental health on a daily basis, and they spent a lot of time talking about that. Actually, I haven't finished the podcast yet. I still got like 10 or 15 minutes left, but so far it's really good. So you should check it out. I've been trying to catch up on Mike's podcast and also Demolition Ranch and Off Ranch stuff. So since I'm out here, I might as well make use of the time I got. Yeah, that's about it. I need to come up with a checkout, like a sign off or something like that. I don't know what it's gonna be. All right.